And the thing is, Night Swim is actually a great return to terrible January horror films. What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. This is OCD Movie Reviews. My name is OnTheBreakout, and welcome to my very first movie review for 2024. If you have not seen my top 10 most anticipated films of 2024, I'll put it at the end of this video. Check it out. Now let's get into the first movie of 2024, and that is the new supernatural horror film, Night Swim. This is a directorial debut by Bryce, McGuire, and this movie stars Wyatt and Condon. Forced into early retirement, former baseball player moves into a new house with his wife and 2 children. He hopes that a backyard swimming pool will be fun for the kids and provide physical therapy for himself. However, a dark secret from the pool's past soon unleashes a force that drags the family into the depths of inescapable terror. So, our first movie of 2024. And it's about a haunted swimming pool. Yes, the first movie of 2024 is a new horror film that is about a haunted swimming pool.
Are you serious?
Well, why not? I bet you the next movie is going to be a horror movie about a haunting toilet. Now, here's the thing. This premise, it is sort of original. It is sort of different. It's a premise that is silly, but it's a movie that looks like it could have fun with this silly premise. With other January horror films that surprised me, including Scream 5 coming out in 2022 and Megan came out in 2023, I was expecting this movie to be a big surprise because the trailers did not impress me, but honestly, I felt like that through the past years, and those movies actually turned out better than I was expecting. So I was hoping that Night Swim will do that. And the thing is, Night Swim is actually a great return to terrible January horror films. Yes, guys, Night Swim did not exceed my expectations. I thought this movie is honestly pretty terrible, actually. Now, there are some things that I liked about this movie. First of all, the cinematography. I think Bryce McGuire does a great job directing shots. There are some really good shots in this film. There are some great first-person perspective shots. And most of the shots in this movie are actually really good, especially surrounding the pool scenes. I thought the shots are very good. And out of the cast in this movie, I would say Kerry Condon as the mother is the best part about this movie. She's actually really good in this movie. She's definitely the actor that tries throughout the film. But that's all I gotta say, guys, because honestly, Night Swim should have just stayed as a short film, because this is also based on a 2014 short film by Bryce McGuire with the same name. And honestly, with an adaptation of a short film, there are some theatrical films that are based on the short films that should just stay as a short film. And that is Night Swim, because with the swimming pool, this is basically another generic haunted house movie that we've seen many times before. With some of the most generic scares that I have ever seen in a horror movie in a very long time. The scares in this movie do not scare me because the scares in the movie are very, very generic. But just the whole plot in general, you've seen it many times before. This movie has a lot of horror tropes that you've seen in a lot of horror movies before. A family moves into a new house. Yes, we got that. Something in the house that involves in the pool gets possessed. Yes, that happens. Is there even a moment where the family investigates what's going on in this pool? Like films like The Ring, for example? Absolutely. This film has a lot of tropes that you've seen in other horror movies before. Now, the rest of the cast in this movie are just either bland or just terrible. Like Wyatt, for example, who is really bad in this movie. And I liked Wyatt. I think he's a very good actor. He's Kurt Russell's son. He definitely looks like his dad. This movie, I'm sorry, Wyatt is terrible in this movie. His character arc in this movie, I do not care about. He has a backstory that he used to be a former baseball player. He is forced into retirement and he wants to get back on his feet again. I wish I can root for him, but honestly, Wyatt acting is so bland and bad in this film, I do not care for him. Especially when he gets possessed in this film. It's not really a spoiler, you've seen the trailer. He acts like a fucking cartoon character in this film, and I'm not gonna lie, I was killing myself laughing of how bad his performances in this movie. Also, the kids, they're very generic. We got a stereotypical teenager in the film, we got the little brother in the film. It's basically another generic horror film with its generic characters. And honestly, with a premise of a haunting swimming pool, they could just have some fun with it. This film could have been one of those like films that meant to come out in the 80s, you know? Those 80s B horror films, you know? This movie could have just been fun with its premise and knows exactly what it is. But this film takes itself way too seriously for a film about a haunting swimming pool. Like, this film is trying to be a really good drama film surrounding this plot, and honestly, it just did not work for me because the concept is already silly enough. And there's so many hysterical line deliveries in this film that I was just like, yep, this movie can be on my worst movies of 2024 somewhere. That is for sure, because the script in this movie is also really bad. Some of the lines that they mention in this film, seriously, I was just like, we're back right now. We're back to terrible January horror films, and I am so disappointed. Like, what happened? We had Scream 5 that was good. We had Megan that was good last year. And now we're back to these generic January horror films with Night Swim. What has happened? So yes, overall, Night Swim is not a good start for 2024. This movie was such a letdown. It's a return to form of terrible January horror films. The plot is generic surrounding this really different and original plot. The family's not that interesting. Kelly Condon is the best part about this movie. And the cinematography, when it's surrounding the pool and stuff, it is actually really good. But this movie's not scary. It's generic as hell. Even the story behind the pool, honestly, is really fucking dumb in this movie. The way the script progresses this movie, honestly, I was not into it. And Bryce McGuire, look, you tried, but honestly, this should just stick as a short film, not a feature film. I'm going to give Night Swim a D+. So guys, that is my first review for 2024 for Night Swim. Let me know what you think of this film in the comments below. Do you like the film, hate the film, or you feel it's okay? Just let me know in the comments below, and what horror film you're mostly anticipating for this year. Let me know that also in the comments below. Make sure you guys follow me on social media links down below. Keep in contact with me, and make sure you guys subscribe to my channel, notified for more movie reviews and other movie related content. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a nice day.